Hello and welcome, my name is Kyle FtW and welcome back to a bit of a different video here on the channel. Today, there was a brand new game that was released, or revealed I should say, called Tom Clancy's Xdefiant, which is a first-person shooter game. Now this is the worldwide reveal trailer of the game, which is very, very exciting. Now, I'm actually really looking forward to this game for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's free to play, which is obviously very, very cool, so there is no harm in trying the game out, no matter what. Also, something that's interesting is that Mark Rubin is actually part of the people who are making the game. And for those of you guys who don't know who Mark Rubin is, basically, he is the guy who helped make Call of Duty Ghosts, and I think he helped on Modern Warfare 3 as well. So obviously Call of Duty Ghosts is one of the Call of Duty games that's not super popular with the community, but this isn't a Call of Duty game. This is a completely new thing, and I'm not going to judge the person based off of the games that they have made. I'm just going to say and give my honest opinions about the game. So I thought that it would be fun to react to this game. It's only got 50,000 views on YouTube, so it's not really widespread yet, but I'm still very much excited to look at this game and see how it is. I have seen this trailer before, but I thought that, so this won't be like a legitimate first ever reaction to the game, but I'm still looking forward to it, and hopefully it's awesome, and we're just gonna react to it. So hopefully the trailer is pretty awesome, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
We're excited to share a first look at a project we're developing at Ubisoft San Francisco. This is our take on a multiplayer first-person shooter.
We need to get you in early and find out what you think.
Our goal is to make a best-in-class shooter for you, the players, to compete
and have fun with your friends.
It's fast-paced firefights
meets punk rock mosh pit.
We're proud to introduce our new game,
Tom Clancy's Xdefiant. Your feedback is essential to help us make this game great.
Later in this video, we'll tell you how to get involved.
But first, we'll get into the action.
This is a free-to-play, high-octane shooter combining realistic gunplay with personalized classes.
Those classes are represented in our game as factions, each bringing unique gameplay and team dynamics. Every faction comes equipped with traits, abilities, and an ultra to complement your playstyle and the faction's role. Used skillfully, each faction is capable of swinging the momentum of a match. Our factions are at the heart of the game. They're inspired by maverick groups from across Tom Clancy's games and beyond. From this inspiration, we created new characters and gameplay unique to our shooter. And we'll continue to add to this diverse cast as the game evolves.
Now, while factions help you define your role, we know to be a great shooter, the gunplay has to be our top priority. We have an ever-growing arsenal of authentic weapons and attachments. We put a lot of care into how our weapons look and feel. We've crafted every weapon attachment for precise, satisfying gunplay.
Players can mix and match any faction weapon loadout. You can swap at respawn to adapt to a changing battlefield. Personalize your faction and loadout to be what you need when you need it.
And I can't stress this hard enough. We are a shooter first.
And your abilities and ultras create unique opportunities to set up nail-biting shootouts and unforgettable clutch plays.
Personalizing classes, guns, and gear in a fast-paced fight is a whole new experience in Tom Clancy gaming.
We are super stoked by what we've accomplished so far.
And I couldn't be more proud of our incredible team. We want to personally thank everyone that's worked so hard during the pandemic to keep the momentum going on this game.
We understand that it's been even harder for some of you. We hope that we can build a community that's a place where people can connect and have fun.
And we're committed to creating a welcoming game based on fair play and transparency, whether you're playing casually or pushing yourself competitively.
Now, the game's still in early development, but we're gearing up to let you in as soon as possible. So register right now to participate in our early rollout phases.
Thank you so much for watching. We really want your input, so please reach out to us on social media.
All right. Well, that was very, very cool. I know that I pretty much just watched the whole thing, so I probably will just put a clip of the trailer in there in its all full uncut version. And I just wanted to stop at this screen to start off with. I know that it's kind of weird to start off at the end of the trailer, but we will go back through some things and take a look at some stuff. The game looks really cool, and when I go through some things back here, I'm going to talk about some of the things that I liked. But the reason that I started at this screen, for two reasons. Number one, it actually shows you what the rating is, so it's a teen or a rated T for teen game, not a rated M game, which is obviously good because more people will play it. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much because Warzone is free and it's rated M, and probably a lot of kids play it as well. But yeah, it's a rated T game, which means it's not going to be gory or anything like that, which is pretty cool. But it also is coming out on Xbox Series X, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and PC, as well as Stadia and Luna. I'm not really sure what Luna is, but it's coming out for basically everything, which is very, very, very cool. So let me actually go ahead and slow down this trailer a little bit, and we'll go ahead and talk about some things. Now, again, this game looks very interesting. It looks sort of like a Call of Duty game in a way, but it also looks a lot different. So let's just go ahead and start over here first. Again, we can see some very familiar weapons. This looks a lot like the M4 or the the Commando from, Call of Duty games, as well as the M60s right here. One thing that I'm really liking about this game so far, though, is the map aesthetic. I really like how the maps look a lot. They look very, very cool. This looks sort of like an ARX 160 mixed with the ISO SMG from Modern Warfare. So very, very cool. Here we see some abilities going on. We'll actually go a little bit more in depth about the abilities here in a little while, but very, very cool. Again, there's Mark Rubin himself, guy who worked on Call of Duty for a while, for Modern Warfare 3 as well as Call of Duty Ghosts. He might have worked on Advanced Warfare as well, but I'm not really sure. Actually, never mind, that's wrong. He did not work on Advanced Warfare because he was let go, unfortunately, from his job. But nonetheless, it's very, very cool that he is back making games. And one thing that he did do a good job with Call of Duty Ghosts that I will say is that the gunplay in Call of Duty Ghosts was fantastic. There is no question about it. The gunplay within Call of Duty Ghosts was really good. And the only problem with, as all of us know, the only problem with Call of Duty Ghosts was the map design, and that could be, but obviously with Call of Duty, we all have set in our head what a good map is going to be, what we will expect with a good map, everything like that. But with a new game like this, that's not Call of Duty, that's just a regular first-person shooter, maps are important, obviously, but one of the biggest things, though, is that we are not jumping into the game as a Call of Duty fan. I'm not expecting the maps to be Call of Duty maps, you know what I mean? So very, very exciting there that, it's something that is not Call of Duty. So when it comes to the shooter, I won't be like bashing the maps because they're not good Call of Duty maps. They're just regular maps. I hope that made sense. Probably didn't, but whatever. I mean, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say. But anyways, we have ourselves a sentry gun here, or something sort of like that. That's, I guess, shooting fireballs. I think we even see like a toxic version of this here. Again, we see another weapon which looks to be the same ARX type weapon that we saw earlier. This looks to be sort of a goal oriented mode where you have to get into this objective or throw something into this objective. Not really sure exactly what this is. Again, see another very cool looking map. Again, the aesthetic of the maps is something that I'm really, really liking with this game so far. Looks very, very nice. Also, the hit markers, I don't think I pointed that out, but every time they get a kill, there's a red hit marker on the enemy that indicates that you got the kill, which I think is very, very important for games and is definitely a cool addition. Here we see the famous deagle. Of course, they're going to put a deagle in the game. Very, very, very cool weapon. Classic. It's been in almost every single game, every single first-person shooter, and obviously they're not going to take it out of this one. And very, very cool. Looks like it's a one-shot to the head, which is going to be very, very useful. If you're very, very good, especially with the mouse flicks, you're going to be awesome. But here we see some of the new characters. Now, I'm not totally sure if these are each individual ability or subclass, I guess is what I should say, or if they're all in, or if these are all the characters from one subclass. I'm not totally sure, but I think we're going to be getting into the classes here in a little bit. But again, the aesthetic of this game I'm really, really liking. Bright colors, everything like that looks very, very cool. Let's go ahead and move a little bit forward. So here we have the Wolves, which is the tank class. So here we see one of the main wolf characters who is holding this really weird like shield blast weapon thing. Again, another very cool aesthetic map. Here we see again this weird weapon in action. It's like a shotgun shock thing. Not really sure, but it looks very cool. And from previous games like, what game am I thinking of? I'm trying to think of what game it was. Anyway, I can't really remember right now, but basically in that game, tank characters are like the heavy characters that take a lot of damage to take down, that are a little bit use heavier weapons, that are slower, but are basically defenders of objectives and everything like that. That's their role. They're very, very good at that. Here we have Assault. Now again, Assault, just like in previous games, they are the ones who are action-packed, that are running right into the middle, and obviously this guy has a flamethrower, which is more effective from close range. Again, the map's really, really liking how the maps look, so again, he has a flamethrower, so he's going to be running in there, flamethrowing enemies and everything like that, which is very, very cool. Definitely am excited to see what this guy can do. Then we have ourselves the Support, which I'm assuming can heal enemies, can give enemies armor, can point out enemies and stuff like that, which is very, very cool. So one thing that is awesome about this clip right here is it shows you the HUD. So we can see we have ourselves a mini-map, a circular mini-map. Normally I prefer to have a rectangular mini-map, but a circle mini-map is no problem. We see a red dot up here, which shows you where an enemy would be. We have ourselves health bars, which is awesome. I'm assuming that the health bars are going to be different per class, so I think Tank will have a lot of health, Support will have obviously 100 right here, and then maybe Assault will have 150 or 200 or something like that. Not totally sure on that, but again, we don't know yet. This game hasn't come out yet. It's not going to come out for a while, it seems like, but again, I think there's going to be like an alpha or a beta that we can all play, which is very, very cool. We have ourselves an ability here, which looks to me like something that reveals enemies. I think he used his E ability to do this. We also have ourselves a grenade, which is going to be in this slot, and then we have ourselves a special or an ultimate, which is going to be, I'm assuming that it kind of will depend on the class, but maybe this class is something that's non-lethal, and then maybe another class will have something that's lethal. We also have the classic ammo type that we like to see. We like to see the number of ammo, 5093, and then I think even that right there at the bottom of the screen is actually the physical ammo in the mag, so you can know how many bullets you have left if you want to just look at the lines. But we also have ourselves a nice clear scoreboard. This appears to be TDM. This guy gets 550 points per kill, as well as he's now on a kill streak, gets points for the objective. Very, very cool looking game. Very similar to Call of Duty. I think if you've played Call of Duty before, you're going to get right into this game. No problem at all. I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be really, really fun, and I'm actually excited for it to come out. It's definitely not going to replace Call of Duty for me, or at least I don't think it will, but I'm definitely going to play it, definitely going to see if I like it, and maybe more videos will be on the channel of this game if you guys are interested in it as well. Now we have the Outcast, which is the healer. Obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory. These are going to be the meta characters. Here we see the first-person view of the XM4 or the Scorpion-type weapon. This person just put down their abilities. I'm assuming that will heal all of your teammates. This looks like some, let me go back a little bit, kind of look like a type of a kill streak type thing, but I didn't really see any kill streaks in this mode, so this might just be one of those shooters that is a little bit more team based, a little bit more strategy based, which I do like. It is fun. So here's the healer class in a very, very cool image. Like this a lot. Here we see a sniper rifle here, which looks sort of like the USR. We have ourselves a shotgun, and they actually go through a nice montage of a bunch of weapons, which is very, very cool. So again, here's all the classes: the Echelon, Outcasts, Cleaners, and Wolves. So it looks like there's 2 Echelons at the moment. There's 3 Outcasts at the moment, 3 Cleaners, and then 3 Wolves. I'm assuming that as the game progresses, as it keeps going and is out, that they're going to add more of these characters. So that's very, very cool. And again, maybe all of these characters have different abilities. Like what we saw from the Raven is that they can put down a health beacon. Maybe this person will be doing something else, as well as this person, and the same thing with these characters down here. This guy was carrying that electric shotgun type thing, and then these characters might do something else, which is very, very cool as well. So again, those are a little bit of an overview of the characters. Here we again see this M4 type weapon in action, as well as this thing, which I guess puts up a little bit of a barrier. Yeah, that's very cool. So it puts up a little bit of a barrier. Again, post-apocalyptic maps. Really liking how the maps look so far. And overall, this game looks very cool. Cloaking, that's definitely a questionable thing, but I'm sure it will be completely balanced. We also have ourselves a sentry gun here again that the recyclers put down, and we're seeing more abilities from the characters. So I guess my initial guess was accurate. But again, I'm not going to go through this whole thing. I don't really see a point in that. But we're going to take a look at the weapons, and I think that's it, because he finishes at the end of this with all the pandemic stuff, which is crazy. I mean, honestly, developers making games in a pandemic could not have been easy. So definitely big shout out to all the developers who had to make games during the pandemic from their office. That cannot be easy. I don't know how they did it. Hopefully they were able to get big, nice setups in their homes so that they could do it. But yeah, just huge shout out to the developers, because making games in a pandemic just cannot be easy. But again, we see ourselves this Scar type weapon with a holographic sight on it. Again, we don't know the setting about this game. I don't know if it's going to have a story mode. I don't think it's going to. But again, we see more weapons here. The Scar. We have ourselves the Kar 98K looking sniper rifle, it looks like. We have ourselves the M16, the classic M16. Looks very, very cool. We have ourselves the MP7. Then we have ourselves the AA-12. This is going to be a really fun weapon to use. The AA-12 is coming back in this game. We have ourselves the M60, and then a DMR is what that weapon looks like as well. Again, I'm liking the maps as well. Again, I've said that 5 times already, but the maps look cool. I like the maps. The shotgun, bam, and I mean, the game looks smooth. I'm very, very excited to play. I will have gameplay whenever we get our hands on this game, because it looks fun. Very, very, very fun. So, again, you know, just more aesthetic stuff here, and I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to show. But yeah, again, I'm definitely looking forward to this game. I'm very curious about what your guys' thoughts are about this game as well. I think it looks very, very awesome. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, what are your thoughts about this game? Are you going to give it a try? I'm definitely going to. I mean, it's free. Why not? You can't argue with free. Unfortunately, though, because it's free, it's probably going to be loaded with microtransactions, but as long as they do them right, there's going to be absolutely no problem. I really don't have any problem with microtransactions, as long as they are fair, relatively fair, and again, I'm assuming they're going to have a battle pass, everything like that, when this game comes out. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, a like rating is always appreciated. If you want to check out any other previous videos, I had a blueprint review video go live earlier, or probably later today, or earlier today, it just depends on when I get this video done, so you can check that out at the end of the video, as well as I have videos on my second channel at the end of my videos, but I'll probably be taking those off here pretty soon because I just don't have time for a second channel. But anyway, guys, I will see you guys all on another video very, very soon.